Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more Magic Arena, and today we're going to be taking part in the Battle Royale Festival event. So this one is based around an event that I'm actually a big fan of, which is Omniscience Draft. However, this is going to be kind of a pre-constructed Omniscience Draft. So for those who don't know what that event actually is, it's essentially a game type where you start with 3 cards in your opening hand. However, those 3 cards are free to cast. So we've got this Omniscience emblem in play at all times that says you may cast spells from your hand for free, and it also has an activated ability there to add Wooburg, just in case the cards that you are casting have activated abilities that you might want to use. It just means that a lot more cards are open and available to you. As a reward for doing this wonderful event, I'm sure it's going to be wonderful anyway, it's going to be a bit of a high roll, so we're going to just auto lose and auto win. I'll put that out there. There's not going to be very much competition at all. It's basically as competitive as Momia can get, but even less, probably, to be honest, because there's a little bit of choice about what you discard in Momia. We're not really going to have choice about what cards we have in our opening hand, and there's only 3, so we're limited. Anyway, to actually gain a reward from this one, we're going to be gaining the manga styles, so the Huntmaster Liger, the Archipelago, the Insatiable Hemophage, the Porcuparrot, and the Auspicious Sterix, I believe it is. Yeah, I really love these art styles. This is kind of what I wish card styles would be. Alternative arts of existing cards that just look really cool. I really like the adventure ones from Eldraine. Really like the constellation ones from Theros. So I kind of hope that they keep going with this, because, I don't know, I think these art styles are sick. Anyway, let's get on to what we'll be playing. So there's one event deck that we're going to be sharing among the entire community for this particular one, and it's yeah, it's quite large. So let's get into a deck tech, shall we? And decide what this deck's going to be doing. Not really a deck tech, but yeah, it's going to play like Omniscience Draft. So if it plays anything like that in the first place, it's going to be all about getting like card advantage in your opening hand. So things like Notion Rain are going to be really good cards. Whirlwind of Thought will probably win you the game. Things like that. I don't suspect that there's many infinite combos in this deck, if any, unlike Omniscience Draft, which is something that you can actually draft into. But what I've noticed is it's very heavy on the 6 and higher drops, as you can tell by the fact that I'm still scrolling. So yeah, we got some cyclers in here, we got some big boys. It's going to be a lot of fun anyway. We're going to have to see what our opponents can pull, what we can pull, and yeah, we're just going to either auto lose or auto win, depending on our opening hand and our opponents. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Not a lot of competition involved, but, you know, should be an enjoyable experience for all involved. So without further ado, if you do enjoy the content, make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks. This video is brought to you by the generous support of our wonderful patrons and channel members that you see here. If you'd like to support the channel and get access to cool content like sneak peeks, bonus videos, polls on future content, or access to a personal deck critique from myself every month, then hit the join button down below, or check out the Patreon link in the description. With all that said, let's get into the gameplay. Alrighty then, we're in, and, Tank creature on top. Tank creature, we do have this Glimpse of Freedom, but it's basically just a redraw. I might just take the free mull on this one. Could turn one of their big creatures into an elk, but we're also not on the play, so this is not an on the play kind of hand, so we'll take a free mull. Rolesk, Survivor's Bond. I mean, I guess so. We've got Rolesk into Dreamtail Heron, get a redraw. If Rolesk with the... Oh no, we can't mutate onto him. He's a human. Ah, bugger. Oh, we get another free mull. Haha. That's weird. I'll take it. That's a redraw. That's a counter spell. That's probably not going to happen. From what I've seen on my first game, nearly everything's a creature, so I don't know about the strength of this negate. Apparently we get a free mulligan. I don't know if this ever ends. Is this a bug? Is this a bug? I don't know. Oh no, now we've got mulligan, so now we go down to 2. Okay, I'm going to keep this hand, because it speaks for itself, really, doesn't it? It's a Boneyard Lurker with a Colossification. We could just win on the spot. So let's go Boneyard Lurker. Omen of the Sea for them. Okay. Preordain. I'm just going to immediately stick Colossification on this Boneyard Lurker. No regrets. If I lose to Colossification Embercleave, so be it. I just need to do it. So that's a 24-24. And it's going to have double strike. It's dead! No! No! Oh, well, we knew what we'd get ourselves into. And yeah, here we are. Opponent has some removal. Well, you know what? That was probably the best hand that we'd ever had, so... yeah. Can't really complain. Had to go for it. The rest of our other hands were just real bad. If Mutate didn't discriminate, then, you know, the Roll-esque hand would have been pretty good. Gonna let our opponent hit us here. I don't think card advantage is a very good idea. Speaking of card advantage, our opponent's got all of it. Opponent's got the nut hand. You can have that hand. Usually with Atris, they just take the 2-card hand. I'm not really putting much thought into what I just gave them. But they didn't take it anyway. Haha. Still pretty bad, though, because they get an 8-8 now. Yep. Alright, I'm going to just move on to the next game, because we've already lost. Alrighty then, we're in, and... ooh... and this battlefield creatures gain double strike. This hand wins me the game on turn 2, I think. Right? It's 22 damage just on Safara alone with lifelink. I'm gonna give this a shot. I'm gonna give this a shot. So this is when it enters the battlefield, so that wants to go next. Alright, well, I suppose now they've got all the flyers in the world. I was kind of betting that they just wouldn't have flyers, but silly me for thinking that. Okay, fine. But other creatures with flying have indestructible, so I guess I could... ooh, okay. I can do some fun stuff here. So let's do Safara... ooh, let's lead with... yeah, let's lead with Safara, I guess. Don't know if it particularly matters. Let's have an indestructible 5/5. Let's... I might hold this Angelic Gift so I can give something else flying, which eventually just gives it indestructible as well. Yeah, I guess so. And... yeah, I'm just going to shove the indestructible on that. They need, like, what, D-Spark? Exile-based effects. 2 answers. Something like that. That seems okay by me. Well, there's a destroy effect, and now they need another one. It's a tapper. Well, that's unfortunate. Survivor's Bond. Return a non-human. Yeah, maybe? Maybe seems good. Let's do that. I don't know if it's too early to do that. Let's just draw a card, see if I find something better. Triumph. Destroy a creature with power 4 or greater. This has a lifelink counter on it, so let's destroy that. Swing in, force our opponent to block. Just notice we started at 30 life as well. What a weird format. Alright, yeah, let's get Safara back as well. So we've got something to do on our next turn. Because our opponent's Giant Kill is just going to keep our Terror tapped down until the end of time, so let's just do it this way. See what they can do. They're 2 cards up on us, so... who knows? I wonder what the difference is on win rate as well between draw and play. That's going to be an interesting one. Roll reversal. You know what? That could be pretty good. Right now, it looks pretty garbage, admittedly. But it could be pretty good. Let's get him for 7. Up to 40. It's a bit of a slow build-up, but... yeah, maybe if my opponent plays a land, I can swap it. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Can we swap graveyards? That'd be nice. I mean, what would I want, actually? Exchange control of 2 target permanents that share a permanent type. Planar cleansing? Alright, fine. Well, I get to keep Terra, because we had Indestructible. So now I can swap a Wolf. I was really hoping this would allow me to swap the mantle over to my Saphara. That would be pretty fun. But that's just straight up not how that works. Which is a shame. Maybe one day we'll have a card like that. We might already, to be honest. Probably already do. Clack Bridge Troll. So I could give them a goat. Well, I should be doing this pre-combat. It's not as if the goats can block the Terra anyway, so this just means that I get to either swing in for an extra 8 points, or I get to draw a card, and the card advantage is exactly what I want. So let's go to combat. See if our opponent wants to tap down the troll. They do not. That's a good call. Good call. Alright, I'll attack. Oh, wow. That's just rude. Alright. It's impossible, I think, to play around things in this format. Absolutely impossible. So, yeah, we're now giving our opponent some goat tokens. We get to keep it 2-2, I guess. Yeah. And a little bit of trample damage. Alright, top Deku. It's all down to top decks. Lord knows I don't have the best thing to transfer to my opponent, but... Rakdos! Let's see what happens. Oh, they did nothing but kill their own thing. That's amazing. We could do better than a Rakdos, right? With a role reversal. Or should I just go for it? I'll just go for it. Alright, I own your Rakdos now. Pass the turn. Because they're on a low life total, let's just pressure their life. They pass, we got a Prison Realm. The Scry might be nice, but honestly, I think I will save it for a better creature. I'm at 40. There's really no reason just for a Scry 1 to use this spell. Now there's maybe a little bit more of a reason. I'll Pacifism it, though, I think. Quartz Crasher. Yeah, all of this has to go in the trash. So now we've got the Prison Realm for the Trampler. That makes more Tramplers. And the Pacifism for the token. Treacherous Blessing. Oh, they're popping off! No! No! This is a good game. It's full of intrigue and mystery. What are you going to do with your next cards? Attempt this. Lose 1 life. I'm pretty sure I still have to get rid of the Crasher. Huh. Yeah, I've got to get rid of the Crasher because it just makes more Tramplers. So let's take the Scry. Get rid of that. Got to get rid of the token as well. Colossification. You have Trample, right, Rakdos? You do. Alright, gonna keep that. That will win me the game. We're gonna pacify this so they have less cards. And play a Vorse Claw, because I can. Swing in for 6. Treacherous Blessing actually could kill them, but... realistically, I think this game's gonna be over before they draw 5 cards. Judging by their board state already. So, Attempts has got a draw to, then discard. So it's this nice card advantage. They need an answer to Rakdos right now. And then they're going to need an answer to Vorse Claw after that. So I think I'm going to not block Vorse Claw if they get in with it. Just because I am going to need another creature to attach this Colossification to. Dark Bargain, take 1, then take 2. But they do get to dig for some answers. They need an answer specifically for this Treacherous Blessing now, because that's going to kill them. Maybe it is worth blocking Vorsclaw at this rate. They can cast 2 more spells. One of them has to be a spell for Rakdos, so they are guaranteed to be going to 1 or losing here. Tough call. They drew way more cards than us, and I think they might still lose. That's fantastic. That's why I love this format. It's just so random. So random. Way, we did it. Alright. So no answer to Rakdos in those 4 cards, it seems, and then we've got Colossification, so we have a 27/27 Vorsclaw with Trample, which does admittedly have to wait a turn, but if they didn't have an answer there, then they don't have an answer to this one, surely, so they're going to have to get real lucky and not really cast any spells. They locked themselves out with that Treacherous Blessing, but at the same time, they needed to cast it in order to win, so it's a bit of a rock and a hard place kind of situation. Pretty happy with that, though. Pretty happy. Alrighty then, we're in, and on the draw we get to steal our opponent's creature and then sack it to Korvold and then equip a Parhelion. I'm going to keep this hand. This looks like fun. Let's do it. Alright, opponent. What are you doing? Immortal Phoenix. Alright. I'll steal that. Deals combat damage to a player, they sack a creature. This doesn't give haste. That's silly. Alright, a Crone War. Steal that agent, the Demon of Loathing. You notice how I said agent. Just gain control. Just automatically brings that out in me. Well, that's just rude. Well, now I've got Harmonious Archon. Parhelion 2, and then we'll go Korvold. Enters. We'll sack one of the human tokens, or whatever they are. Saphara. Seems pretty good. And yeah, now I think we win. Cool. Alrighty then. So we've got some 4-powered creatures to their 3-powered ones, and we've got the ability to make more creatures with the Parhelion 2 as well, so I'm pretty happy with that. We'll probably crew it up with Saphara and the human tokens, since they're not actually indestructible, and then we get to swing through making some 3/3s, and yeah, opponent can't win. So, good stuff. Alrighty then, we're in, and yeah, it's hard to not keep this hand, to be honest. We've got the Scry 2 we can lead off with, so we can set up Gyruda, and from there we can Niv Mizzet and see how many cards we can hit. I mean, this is just a card advantage monstrosity waiting to happen, so we're going to keep this one. Our opponent's taken their first of 3 mulligans. Let's see if they can get a better hand than this. I mean, this is a little bit of a high roll, but, you know, we're in the high roll format, so it's going to depend on how many guild-related cards we can find. I mean, this is technically a Dimir one, but, you know, we kind of missed that. Aggressive Mammoth, an 8/8. Into an aura of some kind. That would be unfortunate. Swirling Torrent actually is quite fortunate. So I think I'm going to lead off with the Scry first. So that we can, I think, set up Gyruda, because Gyruda seems like the hardest to actually get something to work with. Well, actually, we've got Ral's Outburst, which is it. So we know that Niv Mizzet is going to resolve. Yeah, so we'll put the Shimmer to the bottom, which Niv Mizzet's not going to do anything with. Can we bounce our own thing? Oh, we can. Oh, wow. Yeah, I think we're popping off. We can actually target our own thing. So we got Back for More and Ral's Outburst, so we draw 2. Then we're going to bring Niv Mizzet to its owner's hand. Oh, it's one or both? Oh my god. Top of its owner's library, back to its hand. Wow, that's a one or both. Jeez. Usually that's draft chaff and you can only do one of them. I mean, it is draft chaff. But I'm surprised you can do both. Alright, so we put theirs on top, so they've got a pretty bad draw. Then we're going to Niv Mizzet again. Oh yeah, this is why I love Omniscience Draft in this event right now. Dire Tactics, so a free removal spell. Kinda not too balanced for a Niv Mizzet, eh? That's fine. And then we'll go Gyruda. So we're looking for an even converted mana cost card off the top here. Could be opponents, actually. Is, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't even consider that. We can put our opponent's aggressive Mammoth back on our top, but we also got, what's his face? The Hydra Lord. So probably take the Hydra Lord, and then we've got back for more, which could reanimate if they kill anything, Ral's Outburst, additional card advantage and removal. That's not a combo that can lose the game. This is ace. Love this format. Alrighty then, we're in, and ooh, got 16 points of damage just immediately off the top with Yidaro plus Terra. And we've also got a sack here as well. Yeah, I'm pretty happy taking a hand like this. It's a shame this doesn't have haste as well, because then we could just swing with everything, but I'm going to keep this hand. It's lacking card advantage. Alright, our opponent's going to lead off straight away with Captive Audience. Okay. And then a 5/5 with protection from hexproof from Monocolored, sorry. This is my turn. I am going to give them... I mean, at this point, that's a really good hit. I can't discard my hand. I'll have to do that one next time. I don't think I can do your life total becomes 4. I mean, I suppose I could technically have the blockers for... Yeah, we'll do the zombies first. Oh, Mirror March, yes! Oh, the dream. Okay, so let's do Yidaro, because as everyone knows, Mirror March always bugs first. So let's go with the legendary that we don't want to actually trigger Mirror March. See? I'm an absolute genius. Alright, and then we're going to go Demon of Loathing, because we want Terra to give double strike, and as we all know, the second Mirror March trigger always bugs as well. And then we've got Terra, and this is the one that's going to give us loads of triggers. Oh my god. Absolute gold. And attack. Block 1. You're gonna have to put a little bit more in front of that. That's a double striking 8/8 right there. Amazing. You can tell I've mirror marched a lot and know how it tries to screw me. Okay. Okay, that was a good top deck. That was a good top deck. Alrighty then, we're in, and I like this hand quite a fair bit. We've got... Oh, we can't mutate the Boneyard Lurker, actually. I hate this mutate thing sometimes. You can't put it on You can't put it on humans. I was going to say, will Atris fill up the graveyard for the Nightmare Beast to mutate whatever card they put in the graveyard back? I still think it's an okay hand, though. I'm sure they'll give us something for the Boneyard Lurker to mutate onto. And we've got the Parhelion. I don't play this card enough, so I need to. Alright, opponent takes I think their first free mull. Get 3, which is weird, but actually fine. It's growing on me, to be honest, because this event is that much of an RNG fest that I think that you can probably get away with giving people 3 free mulligans, and you won't really struggle too much. It's kind of the problem with being on the play and on the draw, though, because sometimes you can have some turn 1 wins, which we did already, but we were on the draw, and it actually kind of mattered what we drew to do that, but my point still stands. I could have gone, like, Mirror March into, like, ooh, okay. That seems pretty cool. Mirror March into 1 creature and killed your opponent immediately. That kind of weird stuff. Ooh, there's a time wipe. Opponent didn't play anything else. I'm going to Atris first so we can bounce with Time Wipe. So our opponent's going to give us some cards, splitting 2 and 1 in some direction, hopefully. I think this is my first time playing Atris. It's my first time getting to pick, instead of having to choose what they get. So this is a momentous occasion. I'm so excited. What are you going to do? Which of the ones am I going to pick? Put one pile into your hand, the other into your graveyard. So I'm assuming the one that I pick is the one into hand. Usually, rule of thumb is that you pick the card with, pick the hand with 2 cards in it. So we've got this spectacle here, and yeah, this is just card advantage on a stick. So we're going to choose this one. And Sphinx goes into the yard. Sweet. Let's go with... I think we'll just go Time Wipe now. Bounce Atris, kill their Archon. Do it again. Yeah, still more humans for the Boneyard Lurker, but we can actually... Ooh, actually, we could have played out our Blade Juggler, played out Parhelion, crewed Parhelion, and then mutated it onto Boneyard Lurker. Yeah, because this isn't a human. And I think this stops being a vehicle that goes back to being an artifact as well. So Boneyard Lurker gets the Parhelion attack trigger. That's disgusting. I love that. I absolutely love that. Alright, well, another easy win. This is pretty good. I like this format. Alrighty then, we're in, and I think this hand is perfectly keepable. We lead off with Shark Typhoon, we got Tomb Raider, I'm calling it Tomb Raider. And then we draw a card off that, we got Survivor's Bond to bring back 2 cards. Shark Typhoon should hopefully get us lots and lots of sharks, so we'll see. How do we lead off first? I think we'll go with the Tomb Raider. There's Kogler. Hello, opponent. I'll hold Kogler until later, because there's actually no real benefit to casting it. I guess to a certain extent there isn't for Shark Typhoon either. But yeah, we're just going to cast it because I want to. Alright. Opponent, 4 cards. So we're holding Kogler because it's a fight spell, and that's pretty useful. Yarok. Yeah, that's the thing that I'd want to fight. And then we can Survivor's Bond, make a 2/2 Shark Typhoon, bring back Kogler, fight Kogler. Okay. Yeah, Kogler has to die, because otherwise it can kill my Shark Typhoon. It's a pretty good start for them. Ooh, Prism Realm. Interesting. Okay, so Kogler. Fight Yarok. Death Touch kills Kogler. Wow. Alright, fine. Bring me back my Kogler. Play Kogler. Yeah, just fight Yarok. He's gonna die either way. I'll just Prism Realm Kogler. And we got 2 creatures capable of blocking the Sphinx now. We get a Scry. Shatter the Sky. I actually don't hate Shatter the Sky, to be honest. It makes a 4/4, so we draw a card off of it, and it's basically, if our opponent goes off, we can reset the board with it. Looks like resetting the board is what we'll need to do. They've got a Rolesque, and that's it. Wow, okay. Let's put some counters on the Sphinx, and we're going to Shatter the Sky. So let's just get rid of our... Get rid of our boys. It's pretty obvious, pretty obvious shatter right here. Alright. Shatter, trigger, make a 4/4, draw a card. Kill the board. Got a bake into a pie, so we can make a 4/4 and a food token, so we can kill that. Probably, which one do we want to kill most? That's a good question. Safara or the demon? This one will actually make us sack creatures. This one gains life. I think I'll go for the sack creatures one. Let's make a 4/4. I don't know if we should crack that food token. I think we'll wait. Death's Oasis. Seems not too bad. Alright, now we got 7 points of blocking power. So whenever a non-token creature dies, we put the top 2 cards of our library into our graveyard, and then we return a creature with lesser converted mana cost. Alright, that's a giant that draws a card. They're premium. It might not look powerful, but it's amazing. So let's see what they want to do here. They want to trade. I will take the trade. I doubt they've got pump spells. Yeah, cool. And it's hardly a 2-for-1 as well, because we just made tokens off of things that we'd already gained, so... Let's make a Howling Giant. I remember going infinite with this wonderful card. Good times. Yeah, in the Omniscience draft, I remember having a Howling Giant. Ugh. That's fine. It's only temporary, right? Yeah, end of turn. So we'll take that for a little while. Ooh, a Luna, okay. Could you not mutate that? No, double blue. I will take the damage. Rhythm of the Wild. Let's make a 3/3. And pass the turn. So if they block... If they attack with a Luna, I'm going to block Howling Giant because I just get a Death's Oasis trigger. And I might as well because I'm pretty sure it's just draw a card on a stick. Yeah, I get to pick any card, so Howling Giant dies and gets me Kogla. Kogla fights a Luna and dies and gets me Tomb Raider. It's a nice little combo. That's just based off of what we have in the graveyard right now. There's still actually some self-milling to go with it as well. So let's block like that. I mean, they could choose not to kill the Howling Giant. It's up to them, really. I'll just block with it later. Looks like Howling Giant's going first. Cool. Yeah, that just does nothing but benefit me. Alright, so then we get Kogla. My turn. Ember Cleave. Ooh, boy. So Kogla with a +1/+1 counter on it. I'm going to fight that. I'm going to Ember Cleave it, because I can. Nah, we'll probably just, we'll slap it on this shark right here. Let's just not mess about. So Kogla dies. Death's Oasis triggers. We get Gyruda. Oh no, it's Tomb Raider. I need to take full control off. Ah! Opponent's had enough. Yeah, I tried to take full control off by passing priority. That was not a good idea. But yeah, we managed to win that one. Pretty sweet. I think we've completed the event now. But I kind of still want to keep playing. So we're gonna have a couple more games. Some of these are incredibly short as well, and I don't want the video to be short. So good stuff. Might as well check out the store while we're here, right? See if there's any daily deals. Ooh. Oh. You know I've got to represent, right? I wonder if any of these are also, like, relevant for meme value. So when I look at sleeves like this, I always wonder, is there a meme to be had here? You know, like, I've got my Goblin sleeves because of my Immortal Son. That's some meme value there. And I've got the cat sleeves for when I do cat tribal. I don't know about nationality flags, though, other than, obviously, my own flag. Which, definitely am interested in getting. But is there any purpose to getting the rest? I'm not going to buy them all, let's put it that way. I guess there's maybe a Murica meme to be had. But, you know, it's what it is. Alright, let's move on to another game anyway. Alrighty then, we're in. And this hand, although it does have a Shatter the Sky, looks a little bit garbage. I mean, you can dodge some removal, I suppose, and then I'll have an 11/11 trample, but I think there's better hands than this, to be honest. We'll take the free mull. Dungeon Geists, Yarok, Swirling Torrent. There's lots of ETBs in this deck from what I've seen, so Yarok actually does have a little bit of appeal, to be honest. I'm almost tempted to keep this hand and to do nothing so that I get guaranteed Yarok into Dungeon Geist value. And then I can Swirling Torrent. This is very much an on-the-draw kind of hand, which makes this really weird. I don't even know if I should do something like that. I mean, I've already done all my dailies in this event. I've completed it. So, should we just YOLO and see what happens when I play this on the draw? Why not, right? I have nothing to lose. Opponent, it's your turn. Clackbridge Troll. Sure. I will have some goats. I will not destroy any of these beautiful, beautiful children. No blocks. Taking 8. Alright, what happens next? Void Beckoner. We got Tome Raider. Okay, so this is what I wanted to see. So Yarok comes down. See if our opponent has removal. So far, so no. Draw 2. Get Hakdos. Get the Immortal Phoenix. We're gonna do both of these. Top of their library is going to be Clackbridge Troll, so I can have some more goats. Then we're going to bounce Tome Raider, so we can draw 2 cards. So we know they're drawing garbage. And if they don't have removal here, then they're not going to have removal next turn either, which is great. Just going to give me more goats to play with, which might be relevant. Yep, okay. So we draw 2 more, we play Hakdos, Immortal Phoenix, and we Dungeon Geist, tap down this Void Beckoner, swing for 3, after that, swing for 1,000,000, and yeah, probably do some other shenanigans along the way. So yeah, it seemed like playing that one on the draw actually did some good, but I don't know. I don't know. Alrighty then, we're in, and this hand looks like, I think the phrase hot garbage comes to mind, so we're going to put that one to the bottom. We got a counter spell. This is just all removal. If you cast it during your main phase, you draw a card. I'm going to keep this one. So we get to counter our opponent's first big spell. We can decide what it is. Yep, definitely getting countered. No. Absolutely not. Shame Scoop. Shame Scoop. I need to Shame Scoop. I need to Shame Scoop. The shame is real. If I win this, I don't deserve it. I do not deserve it. Alright, Niv's dead and they pass. Great. I play Season of Growth. I deserve this. That's a massive oof. Alright, pass the turn. You flashing me, bro? Sure. I mean, yeah, it's a thing, I guess. What are they holding? Why are they holding? So I'm going to go Harmonious Archon. I think I'm going to bounce my own Harmonious Archon to draw a card and get 2 more 3/3s. This is why they play removal. Nope. Farrakha's Libation. Alright. Play another Archon. And then we'll hold this Libation. Alright. By this point, I'm hoping you've all forgotten what I did on turn 1. The Akroan War. Nope. No. It's mine now. Next. We got a decent enough attacking force. I mean, it's not too bad. What have they got? It has to be a removal. Cannot believe it's not removal. Steal my Archon. And then what? Just swing with it? I mean, sure. Doesn't seem worth it to me. I would have held that for a bigger prey. A bigger prey item. We're just all attacking now. Don't know if Settle the Wreckage is in this format. Justice Strike. Sure. And now they're out of cards. Let the beatdown begin. We got Heartless Act, which I don't care about a Honey Mammoth. And it's dead anyway, so... Looks like we're getting a free attack next turn. I might still win. I do not deserve it. Moldavine Reclamation. When a creature dies, draw a card. That's very good. Prison Realm. Alright, so a creature won't die as long as I Prison Realm. Pass the turn. We're at 14. Working our way down the chain. Opponent passes. We got a Hellkite. I'm going to haste that up, I think. No. Wow, we won. I didn't deserve that. I feel bad. It's my lucky day, is what it is. It is my lucky day. Even when I'm absolutely moronically stupid, it just works out. Just works out. I don't know if I was going to counter there or not. If you put the counter on, you get to use this activated ability every turn, so I guess it's worthwhile. Instead of attacking for 3, I get to attack for 2, effectively, with the Skagan Hellkite. Both on... Actually, it'd be 4, because I get to activate on my turn and then activate on their turn, I believe, so... this will be doing 4 points a turn, just by putting the counter on itself. Pretty good. I think we've got time for one more game. Alrighty then, we're in, and it's got my favourite card in it. And actually, Archon plus Go for Blood seems really good, since the Archon stays a 4/5 but turns everything else into a 3/3. That means this Go for Blood is actually just a straight-up removal spell. So I like this hand. We're also on the draw, and we can still play the Thrix, which is great. Spells with converted mana cost 5 or greater can't be countered. This is 6. So yeah, we've got an uncounterable Harmonious Archon next turn as well. So I like this. I like this a lot. Alright, opponent leads off with a Rhino. We could be, you know, a little bit better off with some card advantage, but other than that... opponent now has a 4/4. Alright, so I'm going to flash in my Thrix because I can. And then we're going to pass. We're going to get a big boy. Big boys are cool. So let's play the big boy. Have the big boy fight the little boy. Yes. No. Maybe. Negates. Alright. And then play the Archon. I feel like a negate is not a great card in this format, to be honest. I should have swung first before I played the Archon. I missed out on a point of damage. But I think that's okay. They need an actual answer to Archon, otherwise this Rhino can't go anywhere, and even then, I'll probably just double block it. Cycling, so they get a flying counter. Sure. It's my flyer that was going to block it anyway. But yeah, 4/4 to my 3/3 army is a little bit unfortunate. I am going to need something for that. So, oh god, the hovering. Don't you dare do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Do not do it. Well, that's mean. Hit me for 8, draw a card. This is where they play Corvold and sack my Archon. Don't do it. Don't do it. Ooh, please. Heron. Okay. Scholar. Okay, so Scholar allows me to then fight the Rhino. It's not the greatest of scholars I've ever seen, but might as well, right? Boop that snoot. And then we'll get in with the tokens, I guess. I don't honestly know which ones I want to specifically get in with. I definitely know I'm not wanting to trade off the Archon. Although then again, it does unlock the Rex, I suppose. As an 11/11. YOLO. Let's see what happens. So they're guaranteed to block the Heron with the Archon, I would say. Wow, really? Okay. Blade Juggler. Draw a card. That does surprise me. Maybe they've got a board wipe. Digging for one. Maybe they just really straight up do not want me having this 11/11 Trampler. Okay, so they get to steal a creature. Which one's it gonna be? I think every time the Acroan Wars come down, we've immediately answered it, or it's been answered on our part. So they stole the Archon. Rolesk is good. That means my favorite creatures are a little bit bigger than their favorite creatures. We're going to have the Rex get some counters. And we're going to swing in. Hoping our opponent eventually has to block in such a way where the Acroan War just doesn't really do much. Yep, they're on 10. So now, until our next turn, all of our creatures have to attack if able, which means that we're going to lose something to the Archon. Oh, we're going to lose lots of stuff to the Archon. So now Rolesk... Actually, Rolesk, if it dies, proliferates the Rex, which is pretty funny. So they can't really target the actual creature that looks pretty good. Acolyte. That's pretty good. Alright, so Acolyte gets me Scholar. Scholar gets me the Fight spell. And the Time Wipe. I think I'll take Bake into a Pie, though, to be honest. We will then Bake into a Pie the Harmonious Archon, enabling the full power of our creatures. And we'll swing for lethal. I need to go buy a lottery ticket, because this is an absolute RNG fiesta that I have barely struggled to win. I do not know why all of a sudden I am this lucky. But we're on like 9 wins for the day in this format, and we've not played it that much more than that. Have I lost more than once today? I don't know. Really don't know. But yeah, this format's a lot of fun. If you're not into the RNG shenanigans, then you're not going to enjoy it as much as I do. But if you do enjoy the Omniscience draft kind of style, a little bit of RNG, a little bit of Momia, you know, if you're into that kind of thing, then this is going to be right up your alley. I think it's a lot of fun. The deck is, honestly, I would say it's probably up there on balance. There's a few cards that don't really gel all too much. There seems to be a lot of like 3-colored cards when it comes to like Niv Mizzet, so Niv Mizzet doesn't hit as often, but I think that's fine. I think you don't really want Niv Mizzet hitting as consistently as it maybe should in a normal Niv Mizzet deck, but I mean, there are still cards you can hit here. But yeah, we got everything that you'd ever want in here. You get to play with some fun cards that wouldn't normally see play that just end up being really cool, like the Parhelion 2, things like this. Just awesome cards all around. So yeah, really, really glad that we got to play this event. Honestly, if it was around tomorrow, I'd probably grind this with my dailies as well, because it's just so much fun. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. And if you did, make sure to like, leave a comment down below, subscribe for more content like this. I always return to events of this nature because I think they're just really cool when they're done right anyway. But yeah, your results may vary, and hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, do the stuff, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!